Welcome to Anyone Can Cook. Today's theme is about Filipino family favorites. Do you remember the time when Manang cooked you that one dish that you remember up to now? Well, my favorite dish is the ukoy, only because it has this potato squash fritter, and I remember it with the tofu growing up. Today, I'm gonna make a glamorized ukoy, and we're gonna do it with scallops. In the next few minutes, you're gonna journey with me into a fun-filled world of two key ingredients, the pumpkin and the sweet potato, or in the local language, kamote. Welcome to Test Kitchen. Today, we're gonna do unique things with two main ingredients. Very simple. You can get it in your local grocery. You can get it in the food market. Squash, kalabasa, or sweet potato, kamote. We're gonna do an ukoy. And the ukoy comes from long time ago when you would have like a savory sweet potato fritter. But this one is done with savory, so salty and flavorful items. So the normal ukoy that you would expect is with shrimp, a little bit of tofu, but we're gonna do it with scallops today and lemongrass. So very easy, the technique, you can be anyone that has fried something in your life. So no major technical skill involved. However, you may need cutting skills if you don't have the help of a machine. But let me run you through the ingredients. So you need sweet potato, kamote that you buy from the local market, yes. And then you need pumpkin, which is right here, just easily, not even cooked, just peeled. You need the other basic ingredients, such as your olive oil or frying oil, and onion and garlic. You will also need, the key ingredient is cornstarch. So, you know how you're looking for that crunch, that taste when you fry something and it just is flat? The key ingredient when you do a quick fry is to bathe and marinate in cornstarch. So you will need a little bit of flour. I got showa flour, which is chickpea flour instead of all-purpose flour. So that's going to be quite fun because I don't want it tough. I don't want the ingredients, I want them to be crispy and soft to the bite, however full of flavor. So two basic ingredients, no problem. And then we're going to go to the glamorized one, our scallop. The scallops are from Rustan's and they're beautiful and round. I seasoned them in salt and a little bit for color, a little bit of saffron threads. Saffron is a unique ingredient that so powerful, but you just need a little one in it. It just transports you to an exotic time. And this is the technique and the flavor combination that I think in my mind would create so much chemistry in your mouth. But we're gonna do it together so you get to see, and we're gonna walk you through the process. So voila, are you ready to start? I also have right now, which I forget to mention, the components of the green, the earthy. I have spinach. The spinach is from the local market and it's going to be your essential fried green spinach on the ukoy. So basically, that's all we need, so let's start. So I'm gonna do a combination mix of the sweet potato, maybe 2 or 3 because I'm gonna get them to shreds. And then I'm gonna get the local pumpkin. I'm gonna run it through the food processor. Those that don't have a food processor, can go and do this totally on manual operation. It's not necessarily a sad state, but you just need to finely chop and what they call to the knife skills julienne. So really thin, long strips in order for us to achieve. So I'm just gonna heat up the oil now. So we got it to a temperature so the frying liquid doesn't absorb it so quickly. Okay, so I'm gonna go to the RoboCoupe and we're gonna find, if you wanna see, the setting is on a different blade. My RoboCoupe has all the shreds and it's gonna go through this fine shred, so it's gonna come out almost like spaghetti, so it's quite interesting. Voila, so we put it inside there and we're gonna need to achieve this together. So I'm gonna put it in so it's safe and then we'll shred it together. Simple as that. And we're gonna drop another bit. And let's see what we come out with. So, very simple and you know, 2 minutes for me, but maybe for you will be longer. But you want to achieve this spaghetti hair, almost like spaghetti hair. So you have your squash that's right there, and you have your sweet potato that's looking like this, right? Magic in the kitchen. Who needs it to be long? So really, if you have this in your home and you're wanting to make something crispy and a little bit salty, you put this together in 5 minutes. No, maybe 10 minutes. I'll be realistic. Me, I can do it in 5. So we have all this fluff right here, right? And we want to combine the cornstarch with maybe half a cup of cornstarch with the chickpea flour. It could be done with all-purpose flour. However, because I feel that we're gonna need a lot of the batter, I'm just going to incorporate that together. And then we're gonna have to put water to just get it to a paste. We want it like a paste. So you'll see, we just want to mix it a little bit, and you want to do this slowly because you don't want it too pasty and you do not want it too liquid. The truth is, the more liquid, the harder it is to get back, right? So I'm gonna go one at a time. And you'll find cornstarch is a binding agent and also a thickening agent, which is why you need to pace yourself when you put the liquid. Voila. See, it's creating this paste, and you want to keep going because this is a little bit a process that you kind of like have to create like in chemistry class, but not necessarily so hard. So I'm just gonna mix that together because I don't want the batter to be unflavored. I'm going to get some salt in there. So I want to take out the lumps, huh? Look at this, not overbeat it, because you overbeat it, it gets tough. So I just need it there enough to incorporate. And you want it to this consistency, or kind of like globs. I like it to that consistency, right? So I'm gonna put salt, so we get the savory in there, so it's not bland to the taste. And then, where we go with this is we take a little bit of batter and we drop it inside our sweet potato. and I'm just gonna want to like fluff that up right there. I'm gonna give it time to marinate because it needs to sit and just rest like this together. So you want it to coat every bit of the sweet potato, and you want it to coat every bit of the pumpkin. Voila. So this is how you would imagine it to be. And the next step is to go straight into our frying liquid. This frying liquid, not very complicated, but we want it to drop in spoonfuls so that it cooks evenly. I won't say it's a patty, but it reminds me of like the ukoy I grew up with, which is just flat. There's many ways you can go into frying it, concave, and you just want it to settle like that. And you want that sizzle when you drop it in so it doesn't absorb the oil so much. Voila! See, very simple. 2 minutes have passed and it's already cooking. Voila. And then we drop it in while it's hot. So I got 5 of these ukoys cooking. The next step is I have some fresh lemongrass. And lemongrass has such a fragrant, strong aroma, such a strong aroma that we're going to cut a little bit. And we take the spinach and the spinach leaves right there, and we kind of like glide ourselves in that mesh. Usually, the typical tikoy, you will have the shrimp, you will have the garlic, and then you will have the cilantro. And me, I just want to make it local and flavor. So the lemongrass is from our garden. And you know, you got to take the best parts when you do presentation. See, this is going to cook for about 5 to 10 minutes. And you're going to want to kind of gauge together what cooks first. So because the sweet potato cooks longer, I will artfully with master craftsmanship skills, arrange that together. So one doesn't cook more than the other, right? So I'm just gonna get those leaves prepared. How many do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If you look at that, take a look at that liquid. So beautifully, artisanally carved. And I'm gonna take what we have as the kaffir lime. The kaffir lime is a strong scent, almost like the lemongrass. And I'm just gonna position it in a loving way that it assembles itself like a flower bouquet. You know, if you can be in my kitchen right now and smell the kaffir lime, I can just lie down in all of them. Who cares about the bed of roses, right? How's that for you? Swim and bathe in kaffir lime. Why not? So if you look at that, that's going through a series of, and right now I've seasoned our scallops, and I'm going to marinate this with saffron thread, like full strands of saffron. Take a look so you know the love and the exotic flavor that's gonna go in this. So I want to achieve thorough cooking. If I put the scallops now, it will overcook. Scallops, you need to taste its bite. It needs to be soft and flavorful, not overcooked, not over. So I'm choosing to lay the scallops on its final touch. So if you can see, it's cooking through on the bottom, and we're gonna allow it to cook for a while. So give it a few minutes for it to finish and bathe. Voila. I'm going to just make sure that it's getting cooked evenly through. So I'm just going to take a spoon and like lather that in there, so I don't have an uneven cooking time. Because the bottom is cooking but the top isn't. So I'm just gonna kind of like give it a bath. I want an even flavor, not necessarily one that's burnt. So until we get the crisp golden brown and we achieve it together. Almost there. I'm going to do a quick turn. I'm going to give room for the scallops to rest on. And get ready. So we want to achieve golden threads all together. Flavor should not be masked by the coating. So you have the chickpea flour in there, which provides a unique flavor, taste, and profile. And you have the lemongrass in there, and you have the kaffir lime. So that's coming together properly. And when I see it's browning, I'm starting to consider to plant the scallops on the top. But not too soon, there's really perfect timing. So you don't want to be creating this and having it undercooked. It's important that nothing remains soggy and everything has color for the crisp. So it is in the stage that I consider planting the scallop when it's ready to go full golden brown. While we're here, put our spinach leaves, and you see it's just flavor and layer and layer and layer and dynamics. So you have your kaffir, you have your lemongrass, you have your spinach leaves. And then I'm going to get the scallop and position it on top. Seasoned. An assembly, of course, an assembly. So So at this point, I could tell that my fritter is cooked. What I really need to do now with the hot oil is sear the scallop and kind of like forge it on each other. You know, another method would be to do this all together, but again, I don't like the flavor, over-fried everything. So this, the flavors all stay in there. So let me go through our layers that we've achieved. So we've done the chickpea flour on a marinade and a coat on the fritter. We have kaffir lime leaves. I have the lemongrass. And then I have the saffron on the scallop. You see, if you look at the scallop now, the way I did it is that the scallop is developing color from the saffron. That's quite cool. It adds to the beauty of the plating. So let's get that in there. It's cooking amongst each other and really forging, just like iron, heat on heat, it sticks to each other. You can hear that sizzle, right? A little bit tedious, but like anything, over time, beauty arrives. And if you do things with meticulousness and calculation of flavor, you're good there. That is looking like art right now, and I'm excited. So here we go. We're gonna plate it, and what I want to show you is I got coconut. I prepared coconut cream. I've added some lime. I've added some garlic, and I've shredded that together, which I'm going to show you right now. I add more lime in there to get the base. And I want to just use that as a base, right? And I'm gonna take one beautiful fritter, my perfect balanced fritter, into the plate. You wanna like let the oil shake out a bit. Position it so lovingly, and I'm going to take a little bit of that lemongrass crisp that is going into one perfect bite. Let me just finish plating for our friends that are joining us tonight. So these things are small little bites that add value and flavor and pizzazz to those coming over, for your family members. And ooh la la, I have one that has escaped, and I quickly put it on top. Again, my kaffir lime, crispy, flavorful, edible, beautiful. And then with the lemongrass, again, achieve perfection. Of course, I advise you don't do this at home straight from, but you know, we're on this hustle bustle because I need to come out to 12 plates of this at the same time. Whoopa. So I gotta be plating fast. Take that on edge, beautiful kaffir lime, lemongrass, perfection in the bite, a beautiful, beautiful surrender. And one more, so we get all of that out. See, I like that there needs to be a creamy base. There always needs to be a creamy base. Isn't that perfect calculation right there? You need to have on one bite, on one plate, on one crisp moment, all the flavors. Kaffir lime, lemongrass. What else do we have in there? We have the saffron, all of these elements. And if you look at that, it's just beautiful. Perfection. Beauty and perfection. We get that in there. I just want to achieve one more kaffir lime because that wasn't on this plate. And you look at that, woo! It's going zigzag at me. Right there. Right there. So voila, dishes that can be made easy, 10 minutes, out, and then served into the mouth. Thank you for joining me into Family Favorites. And this is my first edition of my Ukoy, which is the sweet potato and the pumpkin fritter, all rolled one with the tongue with flavors. And it's something that needs to be eaten right away, but as soon as you bite, it just, you close your eyes and it brings you back home. So part 2 is the warrior edition. We're still using the same set of ingredients. You have the scallops that are halved here, and now I've added calamari, which is squid rings. Same set of batter, same pumpkin. It's just going to be executed differently because it's for those that want to share the meal. So if you're cooking and you want some pica pica and you want something that's fried goodness, so almost like a fruta de mare, I'm going to show you how it's executed. So in the same batter that we have in excess, cornstarch and chickpea flour, I'm going to marinate all of our squid. It's got salt, it's got lemon, I flavored it all. So that's going to go inside, and we're going to do a batter and a tower of just an easy calamari. And this is the base of every frying battered ingredient that you need to know, really. One by one. So in a hot pan, and you drop it there. And this is the fun part because it's all equally going to cook at the same time. So you want to just drop it in there like rings of fire. Rings into the fire. Quite fun. And it's really just a message of glory when it goes into the pot. I find that I have some connected, so I'm just going to get the rings coated properly because this is really the essence of calamari. You need a hot pan and you need to wait till gets cooked through. While I'm at that, voila. So we're almost there. We want it golden. We want it with a little bit of color. And it's really just like a waiting period. 2 to 3 minutes can make a big difference. And it will be everything that will turn it golden brown. So I just want to make sure I'm prepared, and I got a clean set of tongs. I don't want to touch it because it's still white, and I don't want to keep messing it up and breaking it up, because you need to let it cook. You need to let it sit there for a while. Spiced and flavorful, that's what we want. I don't like them sticking together, so I'm going to have to purposely break them up. So it goes through a period of this frying. Ooh la la. It's almost getting to its golden state of bliss. And that's so perfect with an easy spiced vinegar, a remoulade, which is something chili. So what we've done is we're showing you two versions. One that's the ukoy that you know, and this one is more of the reverse. So you have the sweet potato and the pumpkin on top rather than the bottom. So it's kind of like a deconstruction in reverse. Okay, we're getting there. Golden brown it is. A lot of flutter, a lot of heat, and that sizzle that we want. Actually, we do want. I hate anything without color, so for me things need to get burnt a little bit golden. I want that fritter, I want that bite and a little bit of that golden color. So that, and this is where really all the difference is made, in that last 1-2 minutes. And I just want that round ring of fire, like calamari heaven. I got the second round in there. And while we're at that, I still have sauce. So I'm just gonna marinate the scallops. And that same bit. Quick cook of the scallops, quick cook. We don't want to overcook, we just want to quick sear. Hear that sizzle? That's what we want. And that's what you want. Take a look at that. That's beauty. Nice color. And I don't want it overcooked. So I'm going to let it sit like that. 2 minutes. And I'm going to scoop it out. So I want to drain it in the strainer. And what you really just want with this is a crust that is achieved quickly by a quick drip in the frying lot. And that's all gonna melt in there. Gourmet beauty. And we're gonna get all what I call squash ribbons, and it's just gonna go quickly in there and just get a quick coat. So you got almost like a crisp French fry, but thin. Same oil, same batter. Same-o. Thinner they are, the better. Because we just really want them for the pizzazz and the color. And I'm going to weed through all of this spinach. That's a nice color in the squash. I want it there crisp enough where it has a little bit of character and caramelization. And you know what? I'm gonna let it drip on the same principle because I need that to just let the oil seep through rather than go direct. Crisp golden eggs, crisp assembly. And while we're at it, we're going to just drop the spinach, and that's just going to sizzle on us quickly actually. See, it comes out crisp, sounding nice, and it's really mainly for color. Everything we've done today is really just to give you another alternative of presentation and serving. This ukoy, it's in reverse. Nothing too hard, because really, somebody like you who knows to fry can do this and they think you're glamorized and you're super gourmet. So if you take a look at that, of an assembly, that's why I call it Princess Warrior, because it's like beauty and it's ready to go on a warpath, to be honest. Voila. Like an assembly, meld of everything. A quick lime skin, for the first whiff of that season. I'm gonna get some orange grated peel. And it's just, how beautiful is this mess? But that's exactly what it is, why I called it Princess Warrior, because it's a beautiful mess. All this flavorful and colorful goodness has been achieved with two main ingredients. You have the sweet potato and the pumpkin. One has been done fritter, which is our Ukoy style, with a beautiful presentation, one bite, and one that's been achieved deconstructed in reverse and put in a bowl. Great with cocktails, great with beer, and great amongst friends. Now, come on, shoo. I need my drink right now. Bye.